बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। मैं साहबजादा हैदर जान और आज अपने YouTube चैनल के थ्रू एक नए प्रोग्राम के साथ, एक स्पेशल सेगमेंट के साथ, और आज हम बात करेंगे थोड़ा सा रूटीन जो टॉपिक्स हमारे चल रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा रूटीन जो हमारी डिस्कशन चलती है, थोड़ा सा रूटीन जो मुल्क में चल रहा है, उससे हट के आज हम बात करेंगे। और आज हम बात करेंगे लीडरशिप पे, ट्रेनिंग पे, और एक अच्छी लीडर की क्या क्वालिटीज हो सकती है और एक अच्छी लीडर की क्या, जो इमर्जिंग लीडर्स है उसकी क्वालिटीज क्या हो सकती है, और एक अच्छा इमर्जिंग यंग लीडर जो है वो मुल्क की तरक्की में क्या किरदार अदा कर सकता है। इन सारे अहम और एक नए टॉपिक, इन मौजूआत पे आई हैव रिक्वेस्टेड वन ऑफ द स्पेशल गेस्ट। एंड नाउ मैं अपनी जो लैंग्वेज है उसको भी थोड़ा सा आई विल बी मूविंग टू इंग्लिश बिकॉज टुडे द स्पेशल गेस्ट इज thank you so much, Sandra, for joining. But before we take a start, let me introduce you in a proper way. Today we have one of the special guests for discussing a special topic, that is a role of young emerging leaders. And today the intro of the guest is respected Sandra Houston, she is a former Deputy Chief of Staff to Premier at Government of British Columbia. She was also country director for NDI, National Democratic Institute for Pakistan, almost for 5 years, I guess. Respected Sandra, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Lovely to see you and lovely to be with you.
Thank you so much, and it's an honor for me that you are with me today. So, as I said in my intro, today we will be discussing the qualities of a good leader. As you are also expert trainer, you're also train a lot of trainers, a lot of youth trainers, and I'm one of them as well. I think it was back in 2012 when I have received a master trainer certificate from you and Pakistan and Islamabad under NDI program, USA sponsored program as well. So tell us today to the screen, to this link, what should be the qualities of young emerging leaders in any country, either Pakistan, South Asia, or throughout the world? What should be the qualities of young emerging leaders?
Well, I think that emerging leaders have to be people who really want to include others and empower others to participate. If we're talking about democracy, they have to have a strong belief in democracy, but they also have to really want to empower others, to inspire others, to develop a shared vision that they can achieve, even when it's difficult. That they are so committed and inspired to achieve that vision that they will work hard together and keep bringing more and more people into the process, so that more people can not only be lifted up, but can also help to achieve that vision.
So, Sandra, if I ask that the role of emerging leader in any country development, like we have a young leader, and especially in Pakistan, we have almost 60% of youth. So, what should be the role of a young emerging leader in country development?
Well, you will recall that one of the things that we did with NDI was we really focused on working with young people, because not only are young people the majority of the population in Pakistan, but also young people seemed to be so much more committed to seeing democracy succeed and grow and flourish in Pakistan. And so we wanted to include more young people, because young people were very keen to go out and share their knowledge with others. Far too often in the past, I think that leaders saw the leadership as their own purview, that they kept to themselves. Whereas I think young people have a role to, and are more eager to share that leadership and share the empowerment. And I think that that's what has to happen in order for democracy to grow, or just even inclusion in society.
Thank you, Sandra. And what if I asked, you were here in Pakistan for almost 5 years, am I right?
Yeah, it was actually almost 6 years.
Almost 6 years. So, how did you find Pakistan and the people of Pakistan and the young emerging leaders?
I loved my time in Pakistan. It was never harder to leave a place than leaving Pakistan. And one of the reasons why I loved it so much was that there were so many young people who were so motivated to see change and to participate in that change and to really see democracy succeed and flourish in Pakistan. And we have seen the results that that we now have seen three successive elections where there was democratically elected governments. Whether you like the government or not, you still, and we've seen three different parties elected the federal government, but democracy is succeeding.
As you spoke regarding the motivation, so I will be asking, as you are also expert and you have a lot of experience, that how to motivate the leader, how to motivate the young people to come forward to play their role in the democratic country and a democratic process and all that. So how we can motivate the youngster, the young emerging leaders?
Well, I think that it is essentially the same for any group of people, but even more so for young people, that they need to feel engaged, like they have a place, like they belong in the organization that they've been asked to work for. And when there is a feeling of belonging, there's also a feeling of ownership over succeeding in whatever the task is. And then finally, of course, appreciation. Lots of us do work because we're motivated to do that work, but everyone loves to be appreciated for the work that they do. And so really engaging people and appreciating them and giving them opportunities to try new things, to learn new skills, and to be successful at those skills.
Respected Sandra, as we are going to the tough situation, as throughout the country and throughout the world is going through the tough situation like COVID-19, and now in Pakistan, we heard the last 2 days the number of cases has been increased 100%, and the third wave have been started. So how this COVID situation has been affected to polish the skills of a young leader, and how the young leader has to play the role during this tough situation, because everyone is in a stress, because everyone is working from home, and situation is totally different. So this COVID situation, how it is affecting the normal life, the life of a young entrepreneur, the young emerging leader. Regarding the COVID, I mean to ask.
Yes, I mean, I think that I don't know how COVID is affecting young leaders in Pakistan, but I have to assume that it is affecting young leaders similarly as it is affecting people in the rest of the world. And yes, it is.
Yes.
It is very. COVID has meant a lot of isolation for people, and of course it is so much easier to build consensus and to build inspiration and motivation and everything when we're together, and we cannot gather in big groups together anymore. So I think that it is so important for people to keep in touch by whatever means they have, whether it's texting or WhatsApp or Zoom or Facebook Lives or Google Meets or whatever. Like utilize those technologies to keep in touch with one another, to have gatherings, to celebrate little successes, to support one another through this time, and know that we will get through this, and there will be an end point where we can go back to maybe not life as we knew it pre-pandemic, but what will seem like a pretty normal life given what we've been going through the last year.
So we can say that we will be moving forward, and a time will come when COVID is over. So we'll be jumping up to the new normal, and we will be passing a life through a new normal as well. Sandra, my last question from you will be: what will be your message for the people of Pakistan and for the young people of Pakistan, and especially for all those who learn a lot from you, someone like me and someone like other NDI course mate as well. So what will be your message for people of Pakistan and especially for us?
Oh, my message is always to young people: keep saying yes to new opportunities, keep being determined, keep working hard, because eventually, even when it seems like it's difficult, eventually, if you keep at it, you will succeed.
Sandra Houston, thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for your comments. So it was Sandra Houston with us today in a special segment and special program, the master trainer, the expert trainer, and an expert of leadership as well. So thank you so much for joining today.
Thank you so much, Sahibzada. So nice to be with you, and thank you for the invitation.
Thank you, and Allah Hafiz.
Bye.
Bye.